Hey everybody, it's Lori again from Paracord Planet. I am here to bring you a tutorial on the Paracord Christmas tree, much like this one. So, the materials that you'll need for this are about 3 feet of the brown cord that you will want for the trunk of the tree, and then you'll want about 4.5 feet of a green cord, and I'm going to give this fun multicolored one a go, see how it turns out. Then you'll also want not necessary, but you could also take some beads to have them as the ornaments. You want a pair of scissors and a lighter. So you start this one with the brown cord, and you'll want to fold it in half here. So where it loops over, this part will be what you hang the tree from. So you want about 7 inches there. And then you'll begin by just a simple cobra weave. So you'll start, and I'm starting with the right one over the left, and then loop it through. And then you'll pull it carefully, because this one will not get tight yet. So you'll just pull it nicely. It's about right there, and then you'll do another cobra stitch, this time starting with the left over the right. Then you'll pull this one tight, and then you can kind of jimmy and to get the first weave tight. Okay, so this is what it should look like at this point. And then you just want to do a few more stitches to get the trunk of the tree, so probably about 4 to 5 weaves will be just fine for the trunk. Okay, and then you'll just singe off, cut and singe the ends. Here, use your lighter and then flatten it out with either the base of the lighter or the metal part of your scissors. So. Okay, so here is the trunk of the tree with the top. So. Then you'll take your green cord, or whatever color you happen to be using. Get to the halfway point of that one as well. So for the branches of the tree, you will take your green cord or whatever color you happen to be using, put the halfway point at the base behind the tree trunk. Then you'll just do a simple cobra stitch. So I'm again doing the right cord over the brown, and loop it behind. And then pull it tight. Alright, so if you are planning on using beads for ornaments, now would be the time to use them. So I'm just choosing random ones and stitch them on. You can bring them all the way up there. Alright, so here you will begin the branches of the tree, so you'll want to start or leave the loops wherever the length is that you are wanting for the branches. So you'll again start with the cobra weave. You'll start with the left on top, and then weave the right one through it. And then you are going to go ahead and leave this loose to form the branches. So you'll leave it loose just like that. And then this next one here you will do tight, and that will hold it in. And then you can tell a little bit more of where your branches are and if you'll want them longer or shorter. And I think I'm going to make mine just a tad longer. Okay, so this is what it should look like for the base of your branches. There's my ornaments. So then you'll start again. If you're wanting ornaments on there again, put those on there now. You'll start again with the left loop over, do just again another cobra stitch. Leave it loose for wherever you're wanting it. I think I'd want mine about right there. So here's what it'll look like after when you have the second branches, and then you'll do another blank cobra stitch to hold those ones in place. So I'm doing the right over the base. Just tightening that up. And then again, kind of gauge where you want your branches. I want mine definitely a little bit longer. So I'm just going to loosen this stitch there, so I can make my green branch longer. Same with my red one. And then I will re-pull tight the cobra stitch. So there's about how it's looking. And then you'll again weave the beads on if you're wanting ornaments. So you'll start with your left over the right, under, and kind of gauge where you're going to want your branches. And hold it in there. And do another blank, or yeah, another blank one with your right over the base, the left behind, and pull it tight. Position the branches or the ornaments how you're wanting them. And then just this, you just kind of continually adjust. If you're not liking the lengths of any of the branches, loosen them up and reposition them. So I'm going to go ahead and do the next one. I think I'll do a purple. Do another loose one with the left side on top. And the red goes, or the right side goes behind. Position the branches about where you want them. Hold it in tight. Do the right side over it. And again, pull it tight. And kind of adjust your branches to how you're wanting it, if you want them a little looser or a little tighter. Okay, here's after 4. And then I will do my last one here. So I'll put the beads on. Okay, so this one is going to be pretty small here. So I'll do the left in front of the right. I'll still keep it with a little bit of slack there. Okay, do the right in front, the left behind, do the last cobra stitch, and here I'm going to tighten it up. Then readjust my top branches to the length that I want them and just keep tightening for wherever I want them. So at this point, before you snip and singe your branches, you're going to want to take a look at it and see if you're wanting anything looser or tighter. Let's see what you want to do with it. So I am pretty much liking how I have mine, so I'm going to go ahead and singe off the top cords there. Make sure not to burn your beads, of course. Flatten it out with the scissors. And flatten it with the scissors again. So here is what the Paracord Christmas tree looks like.